Wake up, everybody, because it is time once again for another episode of Social Discording. This is episode 19? 20?
18 or 19.
20. I think
19.
19.
18 or 19.
Check our file. Social Discording is a podcast all about three dudes stuck at home in this here quarantine. That is right. For what is definitely more than 19 weeks, because we definitely missed a bunch of episodes. We've been stuck at home. We haven't left our houses at all. No, sir, Reedy Bob. And, yeah, we're just telling it how it is about these lives. We are doing a video... What would you call this? Like...
Video conference?
period piece on what it's like to live in the quarantine?
Well, I think... Sorry, I'll let you continue.
I'm Ben Anderson, your host for this podcast, and please welcome my first co-host, Mr. DJ Zax, who's got a brand new picture instead of the usual background sus.
Oh no, it's not a picture. I'm just trapped in time.
That's good.
And right above me is my good pal and new mic owner, Spicy Fries.
Hey, how's it going, everyone?
Hi.
That sweet, sweet voice.
So I do have to ask, for the podcast, I would like Mr. Joey to explain how he got this $150 microphone.
It was a parting gift from a neighbor.
It's a great story. Great story, gentlemen.
I don't know what to say.
Give this man the Emmy. So you got a HyperX Quadcast microphone for free.
Mm-hmm.
That is insanity.
I couldn't agree more.
Did the guy steal it? Did he steal it? Is that a stolen microphone?
I hope not. I don't want to think that.
Unconfirmed. Unconfirmed. This is not to be used as evidence in court, in a court of law. This is a fake podcast. It's been 1 week since the release of the next-gen video game consoles, and we here at Team Needabone, I guess I should say that our name is Team Needabone as a group, because I haven't said that yet. I haven't said the name Needabone in a podcast in probably 6 episodes. We all got a PlayStation 5. I also got a Xbox Series X. And we're going to give you our thoughts on the new consoles. And then later in the show, we have the Game Award nominees. We're going to make some predictions.
There it is.
Let's start with Mr. Spicy Fries. What do you think of the PlayStation 5, and what has your experience been so far? And then what have you been playing?
I love it so far. The quality difference between PS4 and PS5 has been extraordinary, and as far as what I've enjoyed so far, I've enjoyed games from Spider-Man Miles Morales to Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Astro's Playroom, what have you. Resident Evil 7.
So you've had a PS4, base PS4, correct?
Yes.
Switch.
Yes.
Decent PC, probably about the equivalent of maybe a PS4 Pro. So this is a substantial upgrade. First 4K capable device.
Definitely, yeah.
Playing Spider-Man. Were you doing performance or fidelity mode?
I was doing performance.
Okay. And did you ever switch back and forth?
At the beginning, but then I just stuck to performance.
This is pretty much the same thing. It is jaw-dropping how different that 30 to 60 feels. It is crazy.
It's amazing.
Yeah. I feel like one of the advantages of PC is that you can kind of do that in a sense, switch back and forth between all these different settings to customize exactly how you want it. But I never feel like there's that definitive, here's your 30 FPS mode, here's your 60 FPS mode, and here's an easy way to switch between the two. And it is crazy how big of a difference that is. And 60 FPS all the way.
Oh, for sure. But I love it so far. It's only been a week, but I love it so far.
Mr. Zax, you got your console on Monday. It is Wednesday, so you've had 2 days with the box. What are your first impressions, and what have you been playing?
My first impressions are I think that it's incredible. This is my newest game console since getting my Nintendo Switch, which I don't play as often. But I will say, the thing that most surprised me, and this might sound stupid to some, but to me, this is a game changer, is the controller. The controller for me is like shocking. I was thoroughly surprised, even with the kinetic trigger thing where there's like different push sensations,
Oh,
The adaptive
triggers,
trigger.
those are pretty
the
sick.
adaptive triggers, everything is just the controller for me is what really like separated this from the Xbox console, in my opinion. Um, my brother has one. I know there's nothing really fancy about the controllers. It's just like any other pro Xbox controller, which, in my opinion, the PlayStation one, the PS5 one, blows it out of the water. It feels
Um,
nice. Has the perfect weight. Um, the sensitivity. Hey, shoot! It even has a nice little port that you can plug in your headphones underneath. So for
Hmm.
that, I really like it. But
well,
I've
to
been
be fair,
playing Spider-Man.
that features in has been in previous gen stuff as well. Like PS4 and Xbox One both have that.
PS4 had that, yeah. But still,
Well,
Um,
but still, I
so
think it's really good. And I've been
I
playing.
just want to. I don't know what the word I'm trying to think of. Justify your opinion in saying that I think the world agrees that the PS5 DualSense controller is just the coolest thing ever. It is amazing in experience. And in fact, I think this is the one piece of tech in the entire lineup of next gen like software and hardware that we've gotten that is completely brand new. Like this is a new thing with the adaptive triggers. Haptic feedback has been there. HD Rumble in the Switch. Haptic feedback's been in the one as well.
yep.
But to the extent that this has it, along with the speaker, along with the adaptive triggers, it's completely it's next gen. It feels different. This feels like something that like not changes the way you play games, but makes you notice things in a bigger way. Like the experience of playing a game feels bigger than just you're looking at a screen because you combine that, get your headphones in that port, so you get the full 3D audio. That's an experience right there. And I, speaking of 3D audio, am very excited to play this little number later today. Little Kingdom Hearts game, baby. Oh yeah.
He got it.
But to continue what I was saying, like I've been finding myself just getting like fully immersed into Spider-Man. Like I'm just like living in New York City playing this game. It is awesome. It's like pulling me in. I'm playing for hours at a time and it's just kind of really submerging me into the game through, the haptic feedback, the controller, the 3D audio.
And
So
wait, are you using headphones in your controller for that?
I am using headphones as well. Yeah.
The For what the audience might not know about Dylan is that he rarely if ever plays like a single player game by yourself. Like when was the last time you ever played a single player game like and really played it?
I would say it would be Breath of the Wild on the Switch for him.
Yeah, probably Breath of the Wild. But I would say, you know, I think Switch and PlayStation are kind of in on different ends of the spectrum when it's in terms of gaming. Um, I like to think Nintendo is a little bit more. I mean, it gets intense. Don't get me wrong, but I think just PlayStation brings it to that next level with this console. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm definitely not the guy for single player. I like multiplayer. Hop in, play with my friends. Um, quick, short sessions. So for me to jump back into Spider-Man, which I haven't played 2018, but I am familiar with that style of game. I did play the Arkham series, which I really enjoyed, and Spider-Man kind of gives me that same feel, but it's awesome, and I really enjoy it.
I feel like with the Batman Arkham games, there's a sense of like this is cool. This is like grounded. Like you're playing a Batman game. With Spider-Man,
Ooh.
the act of moving through that game, going through the city, and just
You can fly
swinging
through New York.
it like nothing. I can't I mean, there's plenty of games that do this for me, but nothing does it more often than Spider-Man of just swinging through the city and having this cheeky ass shit-eating
Mhm.
grin on my face the entire time, and I'm just like, I'm smiling the entire way. I'm like, this music is amazing. Like, it's the best it's ever looked. I played both. I jumped into 2018 a little bit yesterday, and I platinum 2018 PS4 when it came out. So this is my first time jumping back into it again. The HDR in 2018
Dude, it is
sings, Joey.
fantastic.
It sings.
Oh,
New
it does.
The New York like tree line with all the different colors, the greens, the reds, the yellows. Oh my
Mhm.
god, it's so beautiful. Like, I know that the winter setting HDR in Miles Morales, like with the skyline, with the snow coming off the ground, like it pops a lot. It works really well there. But with the color variation 2018 is so nice, and it's such a difference between playing it on PS4. And then obviously you have 60 FPS, and then if you
Dude,
go into
huge
another-
difference. I was watching a gameplay. God, I can't even talk. Side by side gameplay differential of the two, and it's amazing.
Yeah, the one channel I watch, like, and everyone who's interested in any sort of performance stuff should subscribe to Digital Foundry. They do a ton of those comparisons. They recently put out one for Assassin's Creed, and they did the one for Miles where they showed off the different modes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm really interested to see how that game runs on PS4. Not that I'd ever like jump into it on PS4, but I think it'd be interesting to see.
Oh, speaking of Miles, where did I put it? 1 second. This
yeah.
came in the mail today.
I saw
My,
that.
my $23 copy.
Yeah, so small story is I woke up. I was up late last one night. It was like 1 a.m. And another thing you should always follow is this Twitter account called Wario64 because he has all the deals on all video games everywhere, constantly throughout that Twitter feed. He gets affiliate links, that's why he does it. But like, if you ever want a cool sale, like, you go to him. He posted the Spider-Man Miles Morales was $22 at Walmart, and I was like, what the fuck, $22? Like, that's got to be a mistake. So I ordered 5 copies. And I told Joey about this. Well, I told all of you guys about it as well, but Joey was the only one who was up.
I jumped on it.
And obviously, they canceled them. They're like, no, this isn't right. Sorry, we're canceling it.
Because we
And they
ordered
gave us
5.
what's up?
Probably.
Well, no,
'cause we
they canceled mine
They
too. I got an
canceled
email saying they
everyone's.
canceled it.
Except someone on one of the YouTube groups I follow, Kind of Funny, they have a subreddit, and someone on their subreddit said that they got a digital edition PS5 for $22.
Wait, what? No.
Came. They received it. They didn't get canceled. They got
No
it
way.
for $20.
for $22.
Because imagine if Spider-Man had came out earlier, because obviously the cancellation for that came a few days later. Imagine if we had just gotten the game right then and there and they already delivered it. We would have gotten the games. Although, you got the game. You have it. Am I going to get 5 copies of Spider-Man coming to my door?
I mean, I will say I'm glad I did get what I got because this is just the launch edition. What I got comes with the remastered for 2018.
Wait,
So
you also get charged, or did you get refunded?
in the sense of a refund, we got a $20 e-card for Walmart. So kind of lost out on like $3. But if I resell this, then I'm making a
So you got a
profit.
I have
card.
the game. There's something shipping to my house.
Oh my good God! If
I
Joe
have-
gets 5 Spider-Mans,
I have not been charged for anything so far. I'm just gonna put that out there. I've not been charged. That's anything. Walmart. My name is Ontario. That's my name. Look it up. You can find my account if you're trying to cancel my stuff. That's Ontario. Look for Ontario. I don't know. Someone's coming to my house. Who knows what it is?
I did get charged. I noticed there was a charge on my account. I was like, that's weird. And then I didn't think anything of it. And then it's like, oh, this is delivered. Okay, cool.
I mean, maybe they'll charge me
So
when it actually gets delivered.
So your e-card is just like an electronic gift card, essentially.
Pretty much, yes.
$20 gift card.
So if I'm correct, through my calculations, for the sweet price of $100 that Joseph paid, he should be $100 in e-cash to Target and 5 copies of Miles Morales.
Wait,
what
are
card?
you gonna get wait, you got your e-card. You only got a $20, yeah?
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh, a single 20. Okay. I mean, regardless, I mean, you're literally.
I haven't been
Joey,
charged anything, so maybe I mean I don't know if I actually get charged anything because I haven't. Nothing's been charged, and they said
In
they said it's
Joey's
shipping.
So technically speaking, in Joey's situation, he bought Miles Morales for a whopping $3. If we
Mm,
take off the 23 from the 20E card,
sure. Yes.
Hey,
that is the steal of 2020.
I mean, actually, yes, I got this one for $3. I did buy the Ultimate Edition, but if I were to sell this for, say, $40, then
I
I
got this for 45
practically get the Ultimate Edition for free, if my math is correct.
I got the new Kingdom Hearts
J-
game for $45, and that's a $60 game.
Damn.
Not a $50
because
game.
no one wants to play that game. What?
Wow, that's mean, Dylan. Just because you lost the Kingdom Hearts lore quiz didn't mean you have to bash on the franchise.
Yeah, it sucks that you
Boom.
Dylan. I mean, if you know the amount of times that Dylan goes to Disneyland, you know Dylan's like the most like he wishes he could be a Kingdom Hearts fan.
You know, I would love to spend $60 on a Kingdom Hearts game, but not when it's Kingdom Hearts Guitar Hero.
Well, since you have
And that's why I spent 45.
oh another game Dylan can game share off me. Kingdom Hearts 3.
I don't think he'll.
Oh yeah, let's talk about game sharing. Motherfucking game sharing is a better deal than the $3.
Oh no, he can
Morales.
definitely game share that off me because he got Ghost off me, and that was a PS4 title.
No, but does he?
I haven't got it yet.
Is
I
the
will.
question. It's not if he can. It's what does he? Well, is he going to be like Joey? Hook me up with that Kingdom Hearts 3.
I would highly recommend it for him to play.
Oh, of course,
It's
I will.
amazing.
Yeah, of course I will. I game share is the greatest thing to exist on this planet, and I am going to take advantage of Joey's spendings and return in favor a copy.
Oh, I
of
know.
Kingdom
I know. I have 2K coming my way, my friend. So.
Oh yes, very
Yeah.
much so. You are saving me money on all of the newest releases. I got Little Big Planet.
Dude, Dylan's got a stocked library for fucking nothing.
I only paid for Miles Morales, and I even got Spider-Man 2018, and I also got the exclusive skin.
Wait, for what?
There's
For
three,
Miles Morales.
everyone gets that skin.
The Miles. Yeah,
The
no,
Into the
those-
Spider-Verse skin. Everyone gets it.
It's just.
It's just,
Oh, I
um,
thought it was a bonus one for the deluxe.
No, it's kind of like a fast pass to that skin. Eventually, you do unlock it.
Oh, I unlocked it off the bat though.
Exactly. You got the fast pass.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of feel like a scumbag, but you know what?
Did that come in your?
It is what it
in
is. Don't make it possible to do that if you don't want it to happen.
Well, no, I mean that's the point of it. It's a feature. Right?
Exactly. So don't feel
So
like a
the question-
scumbag. You
And-
were
and the
taking
thing-
advantage
and-
of the
and
feature they
thing-
made.
The thing is, and especially in pandemic times, the whole point of game share is to be like you can have digital games and share them just like a physical copy, so that I can be like,
Yo, let me borrow that sweet Guitar Hero Kingdom Hearts.
Joey. Joey set to them and like, Joey, here is a copy of Spider-Man Miles Morales for you to borrow.
Oh,
There you go,
Thank
buddy.
you.
Enjoy.
gee, thank you.
and like that's the thing you can do, but you can only share one copy at a time because you only own one copy at a time. That's why with game
Yeah.
share you can only share one copy at a time. Like I said, be very careful trying to finagle and get cute with it because I don't know what like people said like your account can get banned for that.
Joey, you gonna
Like,
risk it
but
for the
to-
biscuit?
But when you think about like the logic behind it, it's like it makes total sense. I mean, Steam has it, Nintendo has it. I think Xbox should have it, but they have Game Pass, so it's not really like I mean, it doesn't really make a difference.
Seriously.
PlayStation Master Race.
Alongside the Switch and Steam and any physical game.
Oh, and don't forget the Stadia.
Oh yeah, Stadia, Stadia stand. Where's my?
Yeah.
Oh, I threw that napkin away. So I'll talk about Xbox real quick. I haven't talked about my PlayStation experience. I love it. It feels next gen. It just feels like, I mean, it's sitting right here, and it is just the most nonsensical thing I've ever seen on my TV stand. I think there's a couple of little problems with the UI stuff that I hopefully they'll iron out. Like trophies are kind of weird, where you have to do so many button clicks just to get to trophies, and it's this big list, horizontal, and it's really annoying to scroll through all of them. And seeing hidden trophies is really annoying because you have to like go to the hidden trophy, hit options, hit show, go back, do it again for every single hidden trophy. And for something like Astrobot, you don't care about. There's no spoilers in Astrobot. I mean, I guess there is one spoiler, but like, who cares about it?
If you're trying to get all the trophies in Astro Blaster, are you even a PlayStation gamer?
Joe's already platinumed it.
Wait,
Astro Blaster.
You need repeat what you just said. If you're trying to get all the trophies in Astro Blaster, are you even a PlayStation gamer? Do you mean if you aren't trying to get all the trophies in Astrobot, are you even a PlayStation gamer?
No. I said it the proper way.
I don't think you did.
Because I have all the trophies in Astrobot, I am not a PlayStation gamer.
Correct.
Just making sure.
There's better things on the menu. And Joey's got some terrible printing paper sense.
I would say if there's one true PlayStation experience that like anyone who's like remotely interested in PlayStation stuff, it's Astrobot. That thing is a PlayStation museum. It is a celebration.
Dude, it's a treasure. It's a treasure.
Fantastic.
No, real talk. I actually enjoyed it.
How much have you played?
Oh, I beat it.
Wait, so we all beat it. Can we talk like the final boss on that thing?
Sure.
Oh, I haven't faced the final boss on it.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Never mind. So let's play. It's a very, very deep throwback, but it's awesome.
Alrighty.
Crash Bandicoot.
It's not Crash Bandicoot. Although I did love to see that he was in there as a little cameo, and he was doing Crash.
I do love all the different cameos from games.
Break the boxes. Yeah, so Astrobot's fantastic. I did get the platinum for that. It takes like 4 hours. It's super fast. And then I am working on the Miles platinum. I am 3 trophies away from the Miles platinum, which one is get all the trophies, the platinum trophy. Second one is New Game Plus, which I'm more than halfway through New Game Plus, and which granted I'm max level. I'm playing on easy, and I'm just blasting through it. I'm not bothering with the side objectives. And there's a little mini game you can play very close to the end of the game that I missed on my first run through that I'm going back to get. But if you're trying to get the platinum trophy, there's one trophy where it's get a combo score of 100, and I recommend that you do it in New Game Plus, because with the invisibility power, you can get this ability that gives you 2 times combo multiplier with invisibility, and it doesn't take away your combo score if you go invisible. Use that on the level, the Peter hologram thing, where it's a fighting one where enemies don't take damage unless they're in the air, but they do add up combo score if they're on the ground and they don't die. So you just whack them into a corner, the hologram dudes, and go in and out of invisibility as you can to like raise up that combo multiplier, and easy 100 combo points.
Okay.
Miles is a fairly good platinum to do it as well. Going through New Game Plus, it is just a joy, just a fantastic joy.
Nice.
And then eventually, I'm going to be playing some Bugsnax this weekend, which I'm excited about.
Have you played any of it at all?
No, I haven't touched it. Gonna do
it's pretty neat.
Stream of it. I'm excited to do the adaptive trigger where you go with the camera. Because I heard that's the adaptive trigger thing. Yeah. PlayStation 5 is awesome. The launch lineup is fantastic. I don't think anyone can really argue that it isn't a fantastic launch lineup. Over on the Xbox side, however, I would say the launch lineup is very lacking, but because of Game Pass and all the backwards compatibility stuff, kind of makes up for that, and the fact that you have all these different games you can jump into, and there's games like Tetris Effect and Connected, and you play Yakuza, and I got Assassin's Creed for my Xbox, because I generally play Assassin's Creed games on Xbox. In fact, I don't think other than Origins, which I played on PC, I guess Assassin's Creed 1 too. I've only ever played Assassin's Creed games on Xbox, so it's like an Xbox franchise to me. And
Nice.
Xbox
My-
Series X controller, always fantastic. Just it's the game controller. To me, it is like the perfect controller. Until PlayStation 5 came in with some dope new features. The snappiness of the whole thing is really awesome. I think the UI isn't as exciting as the PS5 because it's old, but it just works so well. And looking at some of the stuff that PlayStation has messed up in terms of getting you the correct version of the game, like people are having trouble with, like, for example, Call of Duty, where they will literally download Call of Duty, and Call of Duty will download both the PS5 and PS4 versions, and some people end up starting the PS4 versions at the same time.
Oh,
It's just like,
gosh.
why would you download the PS4 version unless I asked? Like, it doesn't make sense.
Right.
And it's like, it's all these things that PlayStation has kind of messed up with, where they've made mistakes in how things work. Although that might be the developers themselves, not necessarily PlayStation. And it's like, Smart Delivery was supposed to be a nonsense like marketing ploy, but PlayStation has proven that Smart Delivery is important because PlayStation messed up with some of their stuff. Granted,
Right.
most people aren't going to find that to be very important, to be honest. Like, it's not, like, by the time the average person gets the PlayStation 5, it's not going to matter. But it is interesting to see that Smart Delivery actually came forth. The real big thing is the quick resume. That is an awesome feature. It's got a little problems to work out in terms of, like, letting you know what's being quick resumed and what didn't quick resume. Like, oftentimes I'll find, like, oh, Assassin's Creed, I'm starting Assassin's Creed from the start because it didn't quick resume, and, like, I jumped to the Halo, and I didn't put myself in any sort of save position, but it had to restart. So it's like, it's not clear on what's being quick resumed. Now, granted, everything's saving, everything's loading fast because the SSD. It doesn't really matter. On the PlayStation side, though, with how fast the SSD is, it almost makes up for the fact that it doesn't have quick resume. It's just like, boom, you're in the game. Who cares?
Seriously.
And yeah, I'm excited. I think I like both consoles. I think both of them have some cool merits and stuff that they're doing. I do think PlayStation, though, has won the moment in terms of, like, wowee, holy shit, this thing is awesome. Versus Xbox, which is just like, I'm excited to play something in the future.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree. I
And
think
it's
we
not
have
like-
someone. I think we have someone that we know that isn't too thrilled with Xbox at the moment.
Yeah, we had a busted Xbox show up on in our grouping.
Yeah, my brother's Xbox unfortunately took a doozy.
Took a
Big-
real quick shit.
Yeah, he said it wasn't able to turn on.
New
It wasn't even
consoles.
getting signal to the TV. And as of now, he's in contact with Microsoft, and he's going to be returning it for them to fix / diagnose / hopefully send him a new one.
Honestly, they'll probably just send him a new one because it'd be better that
Probably.
way. What was I going to say about Xbox? Like, I'm playing Assassin's Creed on Xbox, but I could play it on PS5 if I wasn't getting an Xbox. So it's like I have things I'm playing on it, but I also feel like there's nothing new. There's not this new exciting. Everyone is playing this game, which on PlayStation that's definitely happening. And like Joey, you're also playing Sackboy, his big adventure.
Yep.
There's Demon Souls, which none of us have tried, but I'm like, ooh, do I want to try Demon
I'm
Souls?
ready to get into that.
It
Yeah.
looks beautiful. I might try one of the other games first.
But I'm also diving into the PS Plus collection as well. I've been playing some of Bloodborne and some of Resident Evil 7.
It's a lot of good stuff.
Great,
I mean,
great collection
obviously,
of games.
the PS Plus collection is great. Obviously, it's pretty. I mean, it's not as good as Game Pass, but it's still great to have like that kind of huge collection of stuff. And these are great games
Yep.
too. I want to. I think the game on the Plus collection that I'm most excited to try is. Oh, what is it? What am I thinking? Can't remember. I forget. Never mind. So our last topic of the day is the Game Awards. The nominees just got announced today, so I figured we go and look through the nominees, give our thoughts on it, on some of the major categories, and then make some predictions. Sounds good.
Let's do it.
Dylan, you're in charge of keeping track for this one. Are you
Don't
prepared
let
for
us
that?
down.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I mean, we have a video just in case. So, Jeff Keighley's Game
I'm not
Award.
even to record this.
What?
I was not planning to record all this in data.
Don't worry about it. We don't actually have to do that. Let's just get right into it. 2020 Game of the Year nominees. 6 nominees. We have Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, Animal Crossing: New Horizons, and Last of Us Part 2. Let's start with the snubs. Who here has a game they think should be on this list?
A game that we think should be, but is not on this list.
Correct.
God, that is tough.
I mean, Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memories. I
It
haven't
just
opened
came
it,
out
but
today.
we know Yoko Shimomura should not. Never mind.
It just came out today, pal. Well,
And also knowing that like something like Spider-Man, it came out very late to where like not enough people were able to actually play it for it to get enough votes to be as a part of the Game Awards.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, if we were talking a few weeks earlier, maybe
Sure.
it would be
Later, right?
a few weeks later, not earlier, Dylan.
well, earlier is in if the console and the game released earlier. But yeah, same
Oh,
difference.
okay.
Oh, gotcha. Well, I mean, it kind of sucks because Cyberpunk is coming out. It was supposed to be out.
It should have been
There's
out. It
three-
should be on this list.
3 separate points in which Cyberpunk could have made this list, but now it's delayed.
Oh man.
But
I
obviously,
I think the delays in itself, if it were out for nominee making, would just call for it to be disqualified from this list. Like, if you're gonna delay it 3 times, why are you gonna put it on this list?
what do
Right.
you mean? What? Huh? Wait, sorry, explain it again.
I think personally, I know it's not on the list, but I think that a delay is grounds for disqualification. Like, if it was out and in talks of being on this list, no, like, it's been delayed. Scrap it from the list.
Wait,
How many delays?
sorry. To explain the timeline, like, so, like, what date?
Obviously, it doesn't matter because it's not on the list, but I feel like it should have been out soon enough for it to have been in talks of, say, Game of the Year. No?
Sorry, so. Like,
Forget it. Moving on. Moving
sorry,
on.
No, hang on a second. Original September release, released then, great game, whatever. Okay to be on the
Sure.
list.
Yeah,
November
But the fact that
release-
it's been delayed multiple times, like, I know we're talking hypothetical.
So you think that because the delays have happened, those are strikes against it?
Yes.
It's justified for.
I disagree because I would rather see a game delayed a ton of times, come out and be amazing than like Avengers where it's broken, there's issues with it, things like Anthem and Fallout 76, like all these games that come out super broken that should have been delayed, yet Cyberpunk and Halo Infinite come out and they're like, it's not ready, we're going to delay it until it's ready. Like to like sacrifice money and prestige for that kind of stuff to actually make sure your game is actually good. Like, that says something in itself. And I don't think, I mean, delays, the old Miyamoto quote, a rushed game is forever bad, a delayed game is eventually good. Miyamoto. So,
All right,
know,
fair enough.
no matter how many times it gets delayed, like, as long as they nail it, like, who cares? We have
Sure.
plenty to play. Like, could you imagine if we had to play, if Cyberpunk was, I mean, it would be out right now. Like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I can't handle that. Like, looking at December, I'm like, that's a good time for it. That's be a really nice time for it.
You're right.
We're watching the game boards, and it's like, Cyberpunk is out. Hooray!
Oh, joy.
The only thing that I, like, actually would say, like, might have got snubbed is, like, maybe Ori. Maybe?
Or it'd be a good
Um,
choice. Ori's good.
It got its nominations in some other categories, but 6 categories, not really much to say. I mean, I think earlier, like a couple months ago, I would have said Fall Guys, but since they not really dropped the ball, just kind of like didn't hold. that
fizzled
pure-
out a little bit.
Yeah, and I understand why it's not on the nominations list because obviously, Game Awards nominations, it's a bunch of media outlets who give out their nominations and they add it up into a score, and then
Mm,
the media outlets vote for 90% of the decision process, and then we as the audience have 10% of voting power based on like a popular vote. So
gotcha.
with the way this works, it makes sense that Fall Guys did not make it on this list. So, what is your out of these 6? What is your pick? And out of these 6, what do you think is going to win, Dylan?
I mean, I think our pick is also going to be what we think is going to win, is it not?
No, it's what we want to win and what we think is realistically going to win.
Okay,
Obviously,
well,
for you, Dylan, since you have not played any of
any of
these,
these games, I have not
We
played
haven't
any
played
of
a
these,
single one of them.
but I'm gonna say Animal Crossing, strictly based off the sales. It got a lot of hype, still pretty hype, and I think it was kind of cool to see Nintendo have maybe a not so expected game to have the performance it did. So for that reason, I'm gonna go Animal Crossing.
what a juggernaut of a title! Like it's literally become, it'll be the best selling Switch game. I think over Mario. I think it'll
It's
beat Mario
still
Kart.
going hard.
Yeah, and in Mario Kart's been out for over 3 years now. Animal Crossing like a little over 6 months now, and it's just like 20
Toppled
over
that.
number 2 now. It beats Smash Brothers at this point.
Jesus Christ.
For me, it's such a tough decision because I've played 5 out of 6 of these games, beat Final Fantasy VII, love Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, you haven't played Doom. I'm like, which one?
It's like what game haven't I played here?
Yeah, seriously.
Hades, love Hades so much. Obviously, if you're on this channel watching this thing, you know I love Animal Crossing, and I have not beaten, will go back and finish Last of Us and Ghost of Tsushima. I like Ghost of Tsushima better than Last of Us. That being said, I think Last of Us is gonna win, simply from the logic of if you were to compare Last of Us to Ghosts, Last of Us to Final Fantasy, Last of Us to Doom, the outlets that are going to vote for Game of the Year are probably going to pick Last of Us over those other 3 titles just based on review scores and how the general like critical reception has been of that game. I think that Hades and Animal Crossing are the only 2 games that have a chance beyond that, because Hades came in at such a unique spot where it like came in and everyone's like, holy shit, where did this game come from? It is amazing. It's doing like all these crazy things, like incredible.
Right.
Review scores out of control. I just don't think that enough people played it for it to be put up above Last of Us. And then with Animal Crossing, I think that Animal Crossing has enough issues to where if you were to like put Animal Crossing against Last of Us, you'd be like, well, there's like Animal Crossing, the online kind of sucks. Like the crafting system is really annoying. Like there's some little bits in here for Animal Crossing that's like I'm kind of annoyed with this, whereas Last of Us is kind of a complete package, and that's why I think The Last of Us is going to take it. Personally,
enough.
it's between Final Fantasy and Hades. Both are so good. I think I'd go edge it out to Final Fantasy just because like finish that game and I was just like shaking with like holy shit, I can't believe they're doing all this crazy shit. Like, and as a big Kingdom Hearts fan, Tetsuya Nomura can do no wrong, baby. I love it. I love the Kingdom Hearts shit that they're pulling this game. You might hate it. I love it. Do more. All that. But Hades is also very good. So,
Oh God.
Joey, for you?
For me, I'd love to see Ghost win it, but
think the
I'm stuck.
multiplayer-
I'm stuck between Ghost and Hades. Like I'm with you on this. I played 5 of the 6 of these games. God, I'd go with Hades.
It could do it. It could do it. I see a reality in which Hades could win. Honestly, with Ghosts, I think if it wasn't for that multiplayer update, I wouldn't say Ghosts had a chance. But because of that free multiplayer update and it came
That
out
really fucking made it shine a lot
perfect
more.
time, like, hey, you know, Ghost is still even in this conversation. I think Doom Eternal is the only one that I'm like, there's no way.
Doom's kind of fizzled out. I love it. I love it so very much. It was great, but I don't think it stands a chance against Ghost or Hades or The Last of Us.
So Dylan picks Animal Crossing as the projected winner. I pick Last of Us, and Joey picks Hades.
go
and then
Hades.
Joey picks Ghost as his pick amongst these, and I pick Final
Mhm.
Fantasy as my pick amongst these. Best game direction: Final Fantasy VII, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, Half-Life Alyx, and Last of Us Part 2. For this one, it's very hard to say what wins game direction, because this is basically when you're looking at a director, the director of the game. So I don't think Ghost of Tsushima necessarily gets that. Half-Life Alyx being this VR juggernaut title that everyone says, oh, honestly, Half-Life Alyx kind of got snubbed, and the only reason it's not up there is because not enough people were able to play the VR game. Half-Life Alyx might actually, I think, actually deserves this award purely for the fact that it's another reality in terms of how you're making a game. Like, making a virtual reality game is something that no one really knows how to do well. Like, there's very few developers that know how to make a virtual reality game and make one that good and that cinematic. I've played a good couple hours of Half-Life Alyx, and it is incredible. So, you know what? I'm gonna be ballsy. Half-Life Alyx is my pick.
Fair enough. I haven't played it, so I'm going to go with Final Fantasy on this one.
How do you take a 2.5D turn-based RPG and turn it into a 3D cinematic action RPG?
The way they did it with this one.
Tetsuya Nomura, baby.
They hit
That's
the
how.
freaking nail on the head.
Every aspect of that battle system comes together and flows together so well. It's incredible. That's why
It's beautiful. Truly beautiful.
Dylan, you got a pick?
I honestly don't have a pick just because I haven't played any of these, so
Okay.
I mean, you hadn't played any of the game of the year and you made a pick.
That's fine. Best narrative. This one is one of those, like, you really have to play the games. 13 Sentinels, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, and Last of Us Part 2. I'm not going to pick Final Fantasy VII Remake because it's a remake, and as far as story, it follows the story beat for beat. Obviously, it expands it. The voice acting, the characters, all the characterization of all these, like, classic characters that barely got any spotlight in the original game is amazing. But, like, at the end of the day, like, if
it's still a remake.
Yeah, like, comparing Final Fantasy VII Remake to, like, Last of Us, it's, like, not even close. Hades.
I'm gonna go with Hades.
I know. Like, honestly,
just Hades. Like, the interaction with all the characters and all the lore and Hades.
roguelikes
Hades
are
for
not
me.
supposed to have good stories. Hades made the roguelike work for an incredible story. Hades is my personal pick for what I'd want to win. But I think Last of Us is going to eke it out because Last of Us is like a masterpiece in storytelling.
I'm going to go with Hades both ways. My pick and what I think is going to win.
Dylan.
Hades.
Dylan picks 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim. How did that
Dylan, you should get Hades on the Switch and try it. You really should.
Hades.
Jesus Christ. Okay, best art direction.
Best art direction.
I gotta go with Ghosts.
Oh, let me
dude. It's so fucking amazing.
Let me do the nominees real quick. Final Fantasy VII, Ghosts, Hades, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, and Last of Us Part 2. Ghost is incredibly beautiful.
Ghost hands down. Hand freaking down.
But Hades, though. Hades is also
okay. Hades is great as far as art goes, and even Ori is great as far as art goes. But oh my god, dude, just to go from freaking one forest to the next and the color just changes like that, you can't beat it.
It feels like you're in a whole new area. You go into a forest, like for 5 minutes, you turn around, it's like, where am I? I'm in an entirely different area just because the lighting's changed.
Or the tree colors.
Yeah.
I'm going with Ghosts.
It's so hard. I mean, I think Last of Us also is very beautiful. Obviously, Final Fantasy VII is beautiful too.
Dude, Last of Us is coming out swinging. They're on every of these. Game of the Year, best game direction, narrative.
Like all 4 of these games are like in everything right now.
Seriously. Yeah, Hades is duking it out too.
Hades comes out with something purely unique that just I don't think has ever been done like well enough as it has.
Fair enough. And if it wins, I will gladly shake your hand and say that you were right.
Dylan, pick a pretty picture. What's pretty? Who did he pick?
Ghost of Tsushima.
There you go.
All right.
Best score and music, and I will say, how dare they not put Ghost in this category? Come on.
Seriously.
I don't-
Seriously.
I guess I just don't vibe with the Last of Us soundtrack. Like, I just don't think it's memorable. It sits in the background, and I know it's like critical to the ambiance of that game. And if I were to listen to it, I'd be like, wow, this is amazing. But I just don't. It's not memorable to me. Whereas like every
Hades,
other
you
soundtrack
know.
here, Hades, come on,
Charon's shop. That music just echoes in the back of my head.
come
love
on,
that.
and you finally beat that giant ass Bone Cerberus Bone Hydra, and it goes,
Yeah.
bang. Awesome, so good. Hades, my pick.
Doom though. Doom has some
How
pretty
di-
freaking
how
amazing
different is
music.
Doom Eternal to Doom 2016 in terms of soundtrack? Similar vibes.
Ah! I would say it's a little more intense than the original. They definitely came out with
Came out a little bit better. Okay.
they came out stronger with it. Like have you watched the opening sequence for it?
Yes.
Dude, it's so good when the shotgun cocks and the music just blasts. Beautiful.
It's
I'm
awesome.
gonna go with Doom.
I'm gonna go with Hades. Dylan, do you have a pick?
I am also
Here-
gonna go with Doom.
Wait, I
Woo!
got one little thing to influence you. Do 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 do.
Oh my god, Final Fantasy. Go on, Dylan. Go
I'm
Final
gonna go-
Fantasy.
Doom.
I think Final Fantasy VII, like with those who fight further, the Airbuster theme. Oh my god, 9 minutes of
Mhm.
just pure like eargasm. It's so good. It just keeps
Eargasm.
ramping up and ramping up better and better. It's crazy. That's a good soundtrack too.
Ugh.
We're gonna go ahead and skip best audio design.
Because Doom would win that too. Kidding. I'd give that to Ghosts.
Oh, I think I'd give that to Last of Us, to be honest. Because Last of
Giving it
Us.
to almost Last of Us for everything.
No, but when you're talking about
Everything.
when you're talking about audio design, you have to like think about like every single piece that you're in when you're in this like setting. And
Mhm.
Ghost, I think, has a great soundtrack, and I think that the battle sound effects that you get are very important. But with Last of Us, it'll just sit you in these moments where like you're walking through with your horse, the wind and like the leaves rustling around you and like the quietness, and then there's those intense like moments with like you're fighting the enemy militias, and then there's the horrifying moments when you're in like when you're like falling into a pit full of clickers, and it's just like there's like so many different
Mhm.
moments in that game that just feel different, whereas Ghosts, being this sort of like open world game, like you go to a hot spring and that hot spring is not different from any other hot spring you go to, whereas not Final Fantasy, Last of Us, each moment is different and it builds and it builds and it builds and it builds. That's why I think Last of Us would win that. Maybe Resident Evil though, because that's also great audio design.
Yep.
Here's a category that Dylan can vote in. Best performance. We've got
Oh,
Ashley
my.
Johnson as Ellie from Last of Us Part 2. We got Laura Bailey as Abby from Last of Us Part 2. Daisuke Tsuji as Jin Sakai of Ghost of Tsushima. Logan Cunningham as Hades from Hades. And Najee Jeter as Miles Morales from Spider-Man. Miles
Oh.
Morales.
I was gonna go Logan. I was gonna go Logan, but I gotta go for Najee. I don't want to vote against Hades.
I like Daisuke. Although he doesn't get as much. I think he can be kind of flat in some parts, but it is pretty incredible. But compared to like,
Is hold on, that's the Japanese voice actor, yes?
no, that's the American voice actor.
That's the American voice actor. Okay.
I think. Wait, no, I might be wrong. Wait, am I right on that?
My phone's dead.
Yeah, no, that's the American voice actor. Because Zoro,
Oh.
that's not Zoro's voice actor.
Yeah, if it was Zora's voice actor, you know I'd be going Ghost for sure.
Cheating though. Ellie's also very good. I haven't had enough experience with Abby because I haven't finished Last of Us to understand Abby as much.
Mm,
But Ellie is also like Ashley Johnson does an incredible job with Abby
mm.
and combining it to there. That being said, I also kind of want to see Najee Jeter get that because I think that there's it's hard to nail a game where it tries so hard to sit you in what essentially is the real world. Obviously, it's Spider-Man and you're doing like crazy nonsense things, but you're in New York and you're in Harlem, and that's the whole point of the game. And for them to like capture what is a real place and define it and nail that moment, I think is something that he does an incredible job with.
I'm going with Logan. Hades.
Cool. Hades, man, so good. Dylan?
Najee.
We're skipping games from Impact. Best ongoing game: Apex
No.
Legends, Destiny, Call of Duty Warzone, Fortnite, and No Man's Sky.
I'm gonna go with Warzone.
I'm
No,
gonna
I'm
go with
gonna take this
Warzone
one.
too.
As someone that's played every single one of these games, I would like to say the game that has been the most consistent for this group.
When have you played Destiny 2?
Oh boy, don't you know?
You haven't. That's why.
Bet right now.
You have not. You've made so many excuses
Anyway,
to not
Dylan,
download the damn game.
Anyway, what's your continuing on, Dylan?
Bet, Joey. How much you on bet?
Anything.
So
I
my
win.
pick is
You
Call
never
of Duty
downloaded it.
Warzone, and I think Call of Duty Warzone's probably gonna get that win.
I agree. I'm with Warzone on that.
I'm with
That's the one
Warzone
that's
as well.
it's literally changed how Call of Duty works, and that is incredible.
Joey, if you want to play Destiny at any time, let me know.
You never fucking played it. You don't
The
have it downloaded.
nominees for best indie game are Carry On, Fall Guys, Ultimate Knockout, Hades, Spelunky 2, and Spiritfarer.
Fall
between
Guys.
Fall Guys and Hades.
I'm stuck between them. I'm going Hades.
I mean, if I'm putting the two against each other, I think Hades wins.
Yeah, I'm going Hades.
But it's like Fall Guys deserves not. I mean, actually, no. There's another. Fall Guys has another category. Hades, best indie game for sure.
Hades.
Hades makes you feel things. Gay things.
It really does. What? Best debut game.
Have you met Death?
Oh, you mean what's it?
And Hypnos?
I've met Hypnos. They're brothers. Yes, I've met them all.
Best mobile game: Among Us. Call
No,
of Duty
wait,
Mobile?
we're not doing debut game.
Debut game?
Yeah,
I don't. That must be lower in my list.
it's.
I
Oh,
see.
sorry, I'm on IGN. That's why.
Mobile game: Among Us, Call of Duty, Genshin Impact, Runeterra, Pokemon Cafe mix. Among Us.
Among Us.
No chance.
Nope.
You guys see the new mod that's like the proximity chat?
Dude, I want to try that. That sounds so good. That sounds so
Yeah, it
fun.
looks fun. It looks real fun.
Best community support. This is community supporting the game itself.
Fall
Apex
Guys.
Legends,
It's
Destiny 2,
not
Fall Guys, Fortnite, No Man's Sky, and Valorant.
Fall Guys getting fucking hacked for the first 5 months. No, they're not winning community support.
Man.
No, because I think you think about Fall Guys. I think that this, like as it says, because I'll read this category for you guys. Recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, responsiveness, inclusive of social media activity, and game updates/patches. For Fall Guys to be up here amongst these AAA giants, we're talking EA, Bungie, Epic, Hello Games, No Man's Sky, whatever. They had a lot of money. And Riot. Titans of multiplayer games. And Fall Guys, this small team of people making this blow up indie hit. Like, I think you got to recognize the fact that, yeah, there were hackers, but like, could you blame them? they got to it pretty quickly. I mean, within there's no hackers anymore. They fixed it. They got it done.
It's true.
Where's your
Incredibly
name?
transparent, incredibly responsive about issues and stuff like that. One of the best social media accounts I've ever seen in a video game. And updates. They have updates pretty regularly, and they're good. Like, we're going to go back and play Fall Guys. I can't say we're going to go back and play Apex, Destiny, Fortnite, No Man's Sky, or Valorant. Definitely not Valorant.
I agree. Fall Guys.
Fall Guys.
I'm gonna go with Destiny on this one, just because they have the new expansion coming, or that's already dropped, and it was popping when I was playing.
I mean, you're a big Destiny fan. Best
I'm a big
AR and VR experience. We've got Dreams, Half-Life Alyx, Marvel's Iron Man VR, Star Wars Squadrons, Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners. Life doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes.
What the fuck?
Hamilton is my movie of the year.
Hamilton.
Squadrons made me puke, so I'm gonna go with Half-Life.
Did it really?
Fuck.
Not to.
Yeah, I was making a mistake.
Oh.
I'll go with Squadrons. I haven't played it.
I could just picture Joe, like, I feel like when you have VR on and you're playing Squadrons, you feel the VR come through the fucking headset and the dizziness.
Mm,
It's rough. As soon as I can get it like on like a good sale, like I'll pick it up again because I actually returned it because I only played like an hour and a half and I was just like, I'm paying $40 for this. I'm not gonna play the multiplayer ever. No one else is getting this with me. I'm just gonna wait and pick it up on sale later, and I'll do it again and hopefully maybe the VR will be a little bit adjusted. But I couldn't use my controllers. I had to use the a Xbox controller with it, so I was kind of annoyed with that.
Interesting.
Maybe, hopefully they'll fix that at some point. Or
Mm.
maybe there'll be a mod for it. But yeah, no, Half-Life Alyx definitely is no doubt Half-Life Alyx.
All right.
I'm gonna go with Half-Life Alyx as well.
All right. Best action game. We've got Doom Eternal, Hades, Half-Life Alyx, Neo 2, and Streets of Rage 4.
Streets of
baby.
Rage. My
Hey.
God. Hades.
Hades. Absolutely.
Sure, Hades.
Cool. Action adventure. We got Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Ghost of Tsushima, Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, and Last of Us Part 2. Got some good stuff here.
This is a tough one.
Miles Morales.
Fuck.
I mean, it has to win something. Come on.
Oh man, I would go
Thanks.
Star Wars.
I mean, Last of Us. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna pick Star Wars.
Miles Morales.
Star Wars is such a glitchy mess, though.
Oh no, it was amazing. I loved it.
But it was like it's really glitchy.
I never really had any issues.
Joey loves it, so.
The thing with Spider-Man, the thing with
All right, fine. I'll go Spider-Man.
okay, pick whatever you want. Like you could no, go ahead and keep with Star Wars. If you
No, I'll
want.
go Spider-Man. I'll go
Dude.
Spider-Man.
The thing with Spider-Man is like what I always say is like Spider-Man isn't it's Marvel Spider-Man 2018 1.5. It's not really something new. Whereas like, and obviously Assassin's Creed Valhalla, but at the very least, it's like a new setting with Valhalla, and there's different changes. Like it's even New York City again. And granted, it's winter, so it's different. Like Ghost of Tsushima, that's a new thing. That feels different. Ori is just incredible. Jedi Fallen Order, like they nailed it. They best Star Wars game ever. But like Last of Us Part 2 is like it's something beyond everything else.
Yeah.
Warcraft Battlefront 2.
What?
Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Fallen Order is the best Star Wars game. Facts. The facts.
All right, next up, best
Best-
role-playing.
We got Final Fantasy VII Remake, Genshin Impact, Persona 5 Royale, Wasteland 3, and Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Final Fantasy.
FF7.
Genshin Impact.
Alrighty. Best fighting game. I'm gonna let you crack.
Well-
this one. Grand Blue Fantasy, Mortal Kombat 11, Street Fighter Championship Edition, One Punch Man, A Hero Nobody Knows, and Under Night in Birth XE Late CLR.
Mortal Kombat 11.
I have a complaint with Mortal Kombat. Well, not a complaint, but like,
You have to
So-
say about
so why does
Kombat.
Mortal Kombat 11 get to be on this list? Is it because they just named it something new? They're like, oh, it's Ultimate Edition now. When Dragon Ball Fighter Z had their own character pass, they just didn't call it a new game. And they're not on this list over One Punch Man? Like,
Was Mortal Kombat 11 on it last year?
yeah, it won.
Hmm.
I think.
We
I think
got
it won.
we got
It,
Champion
mm,
Edition, Street Fighter Champion Edition. Are you kidding me?
I mean, yeah, the same thing should go for Street Fighter. Street
Yeah,
Fighter
no,
5's been around for a while.
No, exactly, 100%. Like, I like someone whoever's picking fighting games needs to stop with the One Punch Man and the Jump Force bullshit. Like, let's just stop.
Yeah, you
Please.
got to make a good one.
Yeah,
I don't know much about the other games, and I'm just gonna go with Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, it's Mortal Kombat.
You go with One Punch Man for the YOLO.
Have fun with that shit.
YOLO. Like, I think that whoever's doing the fighting game category right now needs to take a step back and chillax. Oh shoot, Trevor.
Probably so.
Trevor Schrock, you are on social discording. What's going on?
Oh, yo, I got it. I got the goods.
What is your pick for game of the year between Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Hades, The Last of Us Part 2, Ghost of Tsushima, and whatever that last game is?
I haven't played any of those games, so I don't know.
All right.
Oh shit.
You got the goods.
I
Is-
answer your text.
Is what sorry, is what you got to say sayable on video?
No.
All right. Talk to you later. Thanks for calling in. Bye-bye.
Because no.
Oh,
He's got the goods.
Trevor, everybody. Let me get a quick timestamp on that because I think I said his last name. 101.
You did say his last
I'm
name.
sorry, we're going way too long. Best
You did
family
say his
game:
last name.
Animal Crossing, Crash Bandicoot, Fall Guys, Mario Kart Live, Minecraft Dungeons, and Paper Mario. Animal Crossing. Come on.
Animal Crossing.
Love Crash, love Fall Guys, Animal Crossing.
Guys.
Animal Crossing.
We don't need to do sim and strategy. We don't need to do sports racing. We did best multiplayer game. We don't need to do. Well, Fall Guys, best multiplayer. Hooray!
Fall Guys.
Among Us.
Content creator of the year. We've got Alana Pierce, J.N. Lopez, Nick Marks, Tim the Tatman, and Valkyrie.
Tim the Tatman.
I think Alana will win, based on the fact that she is
Tim the Tatman.
that everyone who's voting for this award knows Alana has worked with Alana, versus like Tim and Valkyrie are like they're streamers, so they're gonna get their votes split by people who pick streamers.
Valkyrie.
Tim the Tatman.
It's gonna be Alana. Alrighty, those are our picks for Game of the Year list. Do you like our
Woohoo!
expert opinions? All three of us.
Let's do. I think actually, let's do this last one because I think this might actually be fun.
What?
one?
Esports?
No.
Which
Best
one?
esports event.
Esports event. I mean, that is an interesting category to do.
Overwatch League Grand Finals 2020.
So we got the Premier Spring Final, which I don't even know what fucking game that's for. Call of Duty League
CS:GO.
Champion. Oh, is it?
Mm.
I didn't know what the new league is called. Okay,
Why
so
are we
got
doing this
CS
category? What expertise do we have on this?
None at all.
Overwatch.
I say Overwatch. Fuck it.
I don't know. I don't care. Alrighty, everyone. This has been Social Discording. We will be talking to you guys not next week, when the Game Awards are over. Well, with our with the results and who won and stuff like that, as well as our own Game of the Years and Award of the Years for all of our different categories of movies and stuff like that. Later on
Yay.
this year. Spoiler alert: our movie of the year might be Sonic the Hedgehog.
Good lord. That's because he
And,
had no competition.
I mean, there is competition. I mean, you think about like Hamilton and Palm Springs, and there's some movies in there somewhere. Yeah, I've been Banner Ascend. That's been Joey Spicy Fries in the red, and very happy smiley Dylan in the yellow. He's so
Don't
happy.
mind.
You really...
Just food and update.
Alrighty, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye bye.